Hi, I'm Melanie Petro, and we are live today following up from earlier in the week, and we were talking about celebrities and who's aged well. And y'all, I have really looked trying to find people that have aged well. The men are harder, although I would have to vote for Clint Eastwood. I don't know if y'all have seen a picture of him recently, but he has certainly aged very well. As far as women, I was reading about Jennifer Garner, feeling terrible for her. I don't know if y'all saw that, but there was, she was crying at a baseball game of her son's a day ago, and it was in Us Weekly or something else I read. And it said that she was upset, which, you know, she's been through a lot and can certainly see why she is, but she looks amazing. So here she is as a child, and here she is now. And, I mean, even crying, she looked really good. And I was looking at her trying to figure out what is it that she's done that looks so good. I mean, you can tell she's certainly in her mouth, because we were talking about lips. You can tell she's had some injectables, mostly because you don't see her gums. And that is a very big reason that people have, most people don't want big lips, but people have filler here because they don't want to have the lines or their lipstick to run, but a lot of people just have such a thin lip, they don't want to show their gum when they smile because it's just not, it's not attractive. And she's a really good example. The other thing she has is cheeks. And if you can tell here, I mean, her cheeks are actually better than they were. As you age, if you're thin, you tend to lose your cheeks. I have some Voluma and actually implants, but Voluma works really well. It's one of those things that, you know, when it first came out, I thought, well, good, I won't have to hear my mom say, you look like you're not eating. Always nice to have cheeks because it does, especially when you're thin and you exercise, you just lose weight in your face, and nothing makes you look older or more tired than not having volume in your cheek. And that's a really big thing among the celebrities that do look really good. Jennifer Aniston looks great. Now, she's gained some weight, apparently on fertility stuff, and she's always looked really good. But a lot of it is that she's, you know, when you gain weight, your face looks better. Nothing else does, but your face does. Unfortunately, we can't pick where we gain weight. But I think that I think she's aged really well. But it kind of comes down to like finding somebody that you can trust. I mean, when you look at why do celebrities go to the plastic surgeons that they go to, why do they have the treatments that they do? And the number one reason is mostly a friend tells them something and they trust somebody. So sometimes, you know, you definitely have to research who you trust, and you want to know that they are committed to this field. This field changes. I mean, I had somebody ask me about Thermage today, and I mean, I don't like Thermage, but it's such an old device, and there are things so much better and so much safer out now that it's hard to believe that people are still using it. And it won a contest at a meeting I was at 8 or 10 years ago as being the least used laser, like out of several physicians, probably 20 to 40. What's the laser that you don't use? Which laser's in your closet? And it's Thermage. And people are kind of confusing that with Thermi. They sound a lot alike, which is not a good idea for Thermi. But Thermi's new, and I mean, it's so safe. Just the way the technology is designed to make sure that you don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's, you know, an unbelievable thing. But you know, you've got to stay up on it. You have to know about everything so that you can tell people about it. And you have to find people that you trust, whether it be skincare. I mean, you can't even really use the same moisturizer every day and think that your face is going to change. I mean, we looked at a new retinol today from PCA, which is one of my favorite skincare lines of all times. Now, unfortunately, they have discontinued my very favorite product that they have, and it was the smell that I loved. But moving on, because they do have a lot of really good products. They have these little sample sizes, so if you want to just try something, you can. And I love that because I change a lot too. I mean, I think it's important to stay on one thing long enough to know, you know, to see a change. But once you get through it, I like to change because I feel like you get burnout just like if you were using the same shampoo. And your skin kind of gets used to it. But the newer retinols almost have like a slow release, so you don't go through that period of being red and looking bad. And those will be in soon. So there's all kinds of stuff. And this really shows you, because she hasn't had anything major done. She's had little things done, and maybe if she has, it was good enough that we can't tell. But she's had little things done all along, and that's where you really, that's where you want to be. I mean, you want to find a place and find people that you trust. Sometimes you need a doctor to do Botox and to do, you know, mini facelifts or whatever it is as you go through your aging process. But you also need just skincare, and you need a chemical peel every now and then, and things that can help you stay young. Because, I mean, there isn't anyone that doesn't know, other than really young people. I mean, aging is hard. And it's really not fun to look at your body one day and then see it the next. And it's hard to find someone that you can trust to go say, hey, what can I do about this? But it's, you know, there are people, and I mean, we have really all kinds of things. And the reason I offer so many things is because it just doesn't seem fair not to come in and say, you know, what can I do about this? And I don't have it. So I think it's important, you know, to offer the full range of stuff and to always know what's going on. I mean, and it's, you know, the last thing I wanted with Thermi is to buy another skin tightening, because I have a skin tightening. And the skin tightening I have is skin tight. It works really, really well. But Thermi has more, you know, has more options, and there are other things that we can do with it. So either I shouldn't be doing skin tightening, or I should be able to offer both. That's how I see it. And I hear stories every day, I guess especially today, of people that have gone and kind of, you bare your soul and say, this bothers me, can you help me? And, you know, it's hard to do in the first place. But once you do it, the hope is that, and your expectation is that you're going to get something honest back, and what you do and is going to work and do what someone says it'll do. And I think that's really important. But you know, looking at pictures of celebrities and I mean, how in the world some of them ended up as awful as they did, but the ones that look really good are the ones that we really don't notice, and that's the goal. You never want anyone to look at you and say, what have you done? I mean, obviously, your mother would probably, you know, that's a mama thing. But for the most part, you know, you want people to just think you look rested, and that's a process. I mean, that's not just one thing. It's a keeping up with your skin, making sure you're using the right sunscreen. There's so much that skincare can do that it could never do before, and just keeping up with it. So we do that, and we really actually love doing it. We had a great visit today with our PCA rep, and she came in and showed us all kinds of new things. And it, you know, it takes time. I mean, you have to take time out of your day to stop and do it and learn about it. And then, you know, we try things, we try new products, and, you know, always staying up and having a group of people around me that love to try new things for the most part, and want to see what's next, and, or, you know, go home and try it, because we've all got different skin. I mean, I don't like to break out, so if something makes me break out, you know, we don't have it. But some of the products that you know, for drier skin, we just have different people that try them. So as we go through this aging process, find someone you trust, and we can hopefully age very gracefully, to where no one ever thinks you've done anything, but you just kind of stay the same, or just as you age, you just look soft. Anyway, any questions, y'all feel free to let us know, and you can messenger us. We'll be happy to answer them, or follow us on Snapchat. We have some cool Voluma specials coming, which is the how you build the cheeks. So I will be posting that as soon as I think of it. If y'all have any ideas, you can let me know. But that will be soon, because we have some Voluma to share. So hope you have a great day. And again, let us know if you have any questions. We look forward to seeing you at our event. It's September 15th. It's on a Thursday. We'll have a lot of demonstrations and a lot of things here to look at and to see, so that you know exactly what's out there and the latest in just about everything there is.